So this week on the Underground Music Production Group, we closed the most recent challenge, that's 003, and this was a really serious challenge because it involved basically making a whole track just with my voice. I'm not talking about human beatbox here. We're talking about processing any part of my voice in any way, so long as it's using just the things that are available with the DAW. So, you know, the basically no third-party plugins, no kind of synthesizers or anything like that. It's literally taking those samples and processing them as audio or using them in a sampler that comes with the DAW. That's it. That was a challenge for the guys. And there is a prize. Basically, the Fab Filter guys have donated the Pro Q2, which is fantastic. So big thanks to them. And also, we have Zavuya Mastering providing a prize as well. So the winner is going to get their tracks mastered by those guys, which is great. So thanks to everybody for donating those. Okay, moving on to this. Right, so I've got a website up and running. So we got here the Underground Music Production Group on Facebook. And, you know, the challenge is only available to members, of course. And I've got an event section over here. And I just need to familiarize myself with what's been going on because I've been ill, again, really annoyingly. And I haven't been able to keep tabs on what's going on. But you can see that the start and the end date. So we have the 27th of February to the 5th of March. And that was a time frame within which the guys had the opportunity to do this. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go through the results. We're going to take a listen and see what's going on. It's going to be a really informal thing. I've got my speakers set up today, so it's going to be kind of out loud. And that's it. I also need to try to weed through these because some of the guys submitted theirs too late. Maybe we should have a listen to those just out of fairness. But they won't be able to enter the competition. I think it's only fair to have a listen. Now, what I need to do is I need to find a file. So, where did I put it? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I think I made it available on the Dropbox. And what I'll do is I'll put a link in the video so you guys can all check it out. Where are we? It was here. Let me take a look. Okay, you ready for this? I'm going to play it. I won't be able to speak because it can come out the speakers, but have a listen. Underground Music Production Group, UMPG. Alright, so that's it. Everyone had to make the track using just that recorded vocal. Literally, right, that's it. You're not allowed to use anything else, right? So no kick drum samples, no claps, no whatevers. Everything had to be made from my voice. Poor things. You know, it must have been kind of unfortunate. But there's a serious prize up for grabs. So it's going to be worthwhile. So let's have a listen. These are some that were uploaded after the deadline, I believe. I'm going to really need to check up on this stuff. But, you know, this was closing deadline was the 5th of March. I'm just looking, yeah, look, it was 7th of March here. 18 hours, but listen, let's have a listen to Joel Carlo's tracks. So remember, these tracks have been made using only the DAW with no third-party instruments or effects, and also no synthesizers. All right, so only my voice. Yeah. Let's have a look. Okay. Another thing to mention is that these are all put onto blend.io. Okay, so I wanted everybody to be able to take a look at the projects and see how people did this. Just waiting for my broadband, which is rubbish. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you can hear like a nice low thumping kick drum there. That's a nice little crisp hat there. Okay, gotta say, that is a wicked pad. God knows how you've made that from my voice. I suspect maybe some kind of resonator or something like that. It could be quite interesting to find out. Let's keep going. So this is a really nice kind of relaxed, almost kind of Afrobeat kind of vibe, kind of spacey, deep South African kind of flavour. You know, forgive me guys, I'm going to have to jump forward on some of these just to get a feel for them, especially the guys who have submitted outside of the deadline. But this is great, you know, this is a really atmospheric track. I mean, it would pass as a tune on its own for sure, not just a competition entry. So, you know, Joel, I would suggest you do something with this. It sounded cool. That's actually a really nice, deep, atmospheric house track. There's only one or two little obvious kind of vocal treatment, kind of sounding elements there. The rest don't sound like vocals at all. So fantastic work, Joel. I will, you know, I'm considering extending the deadline for the next challenge that we have. So probably 2 weeks. I know some of the guys found it quite tough, but you know, like I said, it's a good prize. Now, let's have a look. So we've got one here from Klaus Schiller, and I'm going to have a listen to this. Do you know, I really like this. There's some really nice kind of textures, great positioning of elements, lovely atmospherics, really good stuff going on. I like that kind of bottom end kind of grumble. It's almost like that something, it's almost like a mix, a better mix down than this could really bring it out. Yeah, specifically bringing out the bottom end, but I'm sure it's really hard to make bass sounds from my voice. But then again, it's quite a bassy voice, especially when it's ill. Now that's a really wicked clap. I mean, actually, I've got to say I love your hat as well. I think that's really nicely put together. This is great. You know, like I said, better mixed down, more bottom end, and could be really something that's worth putting out. So it's just totally mad to think that I'm the kind of core DNA. My voice is the core DNA of these tracks. So that's unreal. And one of the reasons for the challenge, once again, as we always do on the Underground Music Production Group, is to really get everybody working and thinking, kind of challenging their own kind of approaches to composition and learning new stuff about their applications at the same time. All right. Okay, so here's someone who's disappointed. Sorry, Anders. Yep. We've got to keep those deadlines. Chris Pope. Okay, where are we? So let's have a look. Here's another link onto Blend. I believe actually all of these are linked by hashtags over there. So maybe that's a good way for me to navigate as well. But let's have a listen over here. Now immediately I'm really feeling this. There's a nice amount of bottom end, it feels. It's heavy enough. Some lovely little textures, nice tempo too. really nice stereo image here. Another nice little snappy clap. Just a little note to say, of course, on Blend you get the breakdown of the plugins used, which is really useful to see too. So I'm taking a look through that list, and you know, certain DAWs you can have advantages over others. You know, certain tools are going to be better for certain things, so it's going to be interesting. Some people may feel that their DAW is going to be better for this kind of job than somebody else's. So it'd be interesting to see what people think about that. Let's keep going. I love the way that this is sounding really experimental, and I wonder if this is something that has come out because of the challenge. So Chris, that would be an interesting one for you to respond on. Whether this made you make a different style of music to normal, because I'm not really familiar with what you make normally. Yeah, that's wicked. Someone will put this out. I mean, it's the same with all these tunes. You know, they're all valid, totally valid underground compositions in their own ways. All right, so wicked. This is great. Yeah, so look, I really like that. I think that's great. And that was something that was submitted within the deadline time. I'm just having a look here if it actually says the date. Everybody's doing this like really trendy 2 days ago, 1 day ago, 3 days ago kind of thing. But it'd be great to get a specific timestamp on when these things were uploaded. I'll have to do the investigation on that. So that's fine. Anyway, so what I'm thinking here is that we put together these ones that were submitted within the deadline, and then get these basically on the group, and we're going to do a poll and then get you guys to vote on you know, who you think is the best. And you know, this is wicked. This is really good. Very exciting for me to see these things. Okay, Ryan Rec Harold. Let me see what yours is saying. Here we go. Let's take a look at the effects again. You know, maybe I should have structured this a little bit differently, but I told you it's going to be informal. Okay, the effects list there. Let's have a look. Man, I love this already. That real kind of dubby, I guess it is kind of dubsteppy, isn't it? Okay, look, I've got to go back and check out when that chord comes in. Sounded really nice. There are so many nice little elements here. I think it's working really well. Great use of space, reverb really bring this thing alive. I love that little subby dub bass down there. Wicked, really good. Great work, Ryan. Okay, what else we got? Someone trout idea. Gosh, my short-sighted. So here we go. Let's go to check this one out. And once again, remember that these are all made using just my voice and processed in interesting ways. Let's have a look.
Underground Music Production Group UMPG.
Setting the context. Now this has to be said is very much a kind of vocal. You can really hear the vocal textures. That doesn't mean that it's not good, because I really like the vibe. And carry on listening. This feels like an art installation, you know, the sort of thing you'd find up at the Tate Modern. It's got a real interesting vibe to it. This makes me think that we need to have some kind of weird glitched up, twisted, morphed kind of visual to go with it. I love this really kind of granular, spacey kind of texture that's happening at the far left and right. It's really nice. And I'm sorry I'm jumping through, you know, I want you guys who are watching this video to go and check out these. I'll put all the links into the video. Listen to these properly, you know, I just don't have time because of the fact that the video will really drag on if so. So I hope you understand that. And that is really, really interesting. Really enjoyed that. I can't see the plugins listed there, so I'm not sure what happened. But let's move onwards. Okay, where's the next one? Now, Taras, I think we've got something that you've uploaded. I need to check that out. Let me see this one, Johnny Blackman. Let's open this. First observation, really nice thick kick drum there. The beat sounds wicked. Chords are working really well as well. You can make a whole album out of my voice. That's just ridiculous. It's amazing, amazing. Yeah, so Johnny Backman, seriously, this is great, really good work. very clever. Great work. Well, that 303 kind of sound, love to know how you made that. I love that old school time stretch vibe on there. Yeah, wicked. Seriously, that's great. Really, really good work, Johnny. Okay, okay, who we got next? Alessandro Di Paola. Let's have a look. You know, the mad thing is that I'm kind of genuinely head nodding from my own voice. This is just going to tickle me for ages. So yeah, wicked, sounding great. I was nearly going to swear there. This is really, really so good. Look, I'm not supposed to be swinging anybody's opinions here, actually, so I've got to try and shut down my emotional reactions. But fantastic work here. How on earth, I mean, seriously, there's some serious skills in effect here. The synth sounds, I really want to know what you've done on this one. And you know what it is, guys? If you guys could do a deconstruction of your own tracks, just upload the video somewhere. I will link to them in a playlist on my channel. All right, so that'd be wicked. If anybody has the time to do so, it'd be fantastic. Really kind of share the knowledge here. Wow, wow, wow. And, you know, suitably enthusiastic responses on the group. Okay. All right. Some of these early birds here. Look at that. Look, can we get some of these tracks signed? Of course, yeah. I mean, I actually remember responding there. Yeah. So, look, if anybody does want to get their track signed, go for it. Seriously. I'd just be really, it'd be great if someone somewhere at some point found out the origin. That's all. I don't need any royalties or anything. So what do we got? Jason Murphy. Let's take a look at this one. actually really like the use of the vocal here. The textures are great as well. Really nice kind of deep driving kind of vibe. There's some great sound design there as well. That's really good too. Serious competition here, honestly. What do we got next? Okay. Alex Nadasan. Let me see what's going on here. Out of the box straight away, really sounding great. Really like the use of the flanger there, creating some lovely textures. This is great, really impressive. You know what's got me thinking here is that I'd really like to get some feedback, see what people are thinking. This is using, right, obviously it's just my voice, which means that everybody's had to work that much harder to create something interesting and push themselves. It's almost as if there are almost some unique textures that are developing, maybe some kind of signature sounds for some people. And these, of course, are going to be sounds that are going to be not available on any sample pack or anything like that. So I wonder what you guys are thinking, you know. Maybe this is the key, really, to becoming individual as a producer, to establishing your sound, you know, to really limit your sound palette, but expand that by the processes that you're using. So really just to flex your muscles and show off in order to get that sound. Because everybody knows, you know, there's so many sample libraries and lots of people being able to make music that we're ending up almost in a world where things are sounding very samey. This is a real kind of blast of kind of originality to me. There are textures and elements that I'm hearing that I can't really say that I've heard so much recently in other places. So I want to see what you guys are thinking about that. Yeah, this is really good. It's also a really solid composition as well, going through some nice different phases. Alright, sorry for jumping ahead there. I'm conscious of how much time I'm taking. That was wicked. Alright, so well done. Alex Nadasan, that was great. Okay, Craig Lopez, how you doing? So let's have a listen. Fellow tutorial maker, you got to check out his channel, Tutorialism, and let's have a listen. It's a really good sounding kick as well. It's got a real kind of almost like an 80s kind of kick. Great work with that droning bass as well. And that's almost like a kind of futuristic steel pan sound. That sounds great. Is that my voice? Sounds like someone else. Which is a real testament, Craig, to how you've processed it. You've made me sound like I was back in the 80s, and maybe hanging out at a Steve Strange party or something like that. Very good. And you know, as the comments, you can see them on the group, you know, the standard is incredibly high. Absolutely amazing, you know. And nothing sounds the same. Everything's different. Everything's got its own personality. Okay, so here we go. Sebastian Seb Gorlick, let's check out yours. Let's see what's going on here. Right. Just a little note, we did ask everybody not to use Macs, but I went through this with Sebastian, and he's assuring me that he's only using the convolution reverb. So we've allowed that, given that there is Space Designer on Logic, and there is also the Reverence on Cubase. And that's interesting. We've got something that sounds like one of those kind of gnarly, massive style basses, almost like an FM kind of bass. Love that little pitch drop at the end. I really like the way the composition is flowing here. That's a very competent piece of work there, Sebastian. Kind of reminds me almost like a video game soundtrack, like a Japanese, those ones with the insane amounts of bullets, bullet hell kind of shoot 'em ups. So yeah, wicked, really, really good. So are we getting near the end of this? Okay, no, we're still there. So there is something here. Now, what's instaaudio.ia? I wonder what that is. Maybe that's some kind of link tracking thing that's going on here. Whoa, I don't know who this is. Competition rules whether it had to go on Blend, but I'm gonna have a listen. Okay, well look, thanks for uploading it. There's something there, and I can see you say you gave up. But look, you had some sounds there that were definitely worth everybody hearing. Okay, so Taras, I can never, I don't even want to try to pronounce your surname because I don't want to disrespect it. So I know that I'm expecting something really good from you. That's for sure, because I know you've got real talent in this kind of area. So let's have a listen. Lots of comments, so that sounds quite promising. Let's see. Good to see Alex from Blend getting involved. Fantastic. Great, let's have a listen. Wow, straight away this sounds kind of super polished. There's one thing that I'll say, it's almost like it's super kind of crisp and light. Maybe just a touch more body on those hats, maybe. But no, I don't want to take anything away from I've got to say, it's just so beautifully atmospheric and really kind of super polished, sounding really, really cool. I love the gradual kind of introduction of some of these elements, and I love those little kind of glitched out little vocal elements. That bass is lovely, and the kind of the opening filter kind of pads there. So mad. It's like I'm listening to, like, it's almost, because my voice is the foundation, these are like my musical children, it's almost becoming emotional, but you get what I'm saying. Just madness, honestly, amazing. I've got to tell you, I'm listening on Genelec 8030s, you know, decent speakers, so it sounds amazing. A lot of people are always moaning at me going, you know, you're always using like the iPod earbuds on like this stuff, and it's just because a lot of the time I'm working at night, and you know, also it's a convenience. I don't want to have like big heavy things on there, so it's really nice to hear stuff properly on speakers. This sounds fantastic. Okay, blend guys, Alex, Brian, you got to get on this. We have a selection of tracks that need to come out on an EP. That's for sure. I know you guys have got the connections. Be great if you can make it happen. Wow, I really don't know what to say there. Wow. Have we got any more? SoundCloud. Okay, well, look, like I said, it has to be on Blend to be part of the competition, but I'm going to listen anyway. It's a good effort. Mix is a little bit imbalanced, but some really good ideas there. Yeah, some nice elements, beats, the textures, just a little bit messy with the mix down, but it's very good. It's very good. So good effort, but unfortunately it won't qualify. Let's come down. Where are we? Some questions here. Someone else using SoundCloud. Let's just have a look. Once again, Benjamin. That is something I'd like to hear turned into a proper full track. Yeah, I like that. It's a really good vibe. Definitely need some work on the mix down, but that is good. What else we got? I think we've got some kind of work in progress stuff here. What I want to do is, yeah, SoundCloud, sound concept. Right, so I got a feeling I'm going to head over to Blend. I'm going to follow that tag and see if I can find some that I haven't listened to. This is starting to become a little bit of an admin job now. Right, these I believe I've listened to. I think so. Okay, so James's I want to hear. I think we've got another one here that I haven't seen. And Raw Beats as well, I get a feeling. Right, let's have a look. James. Yeah, kick drum's good. The ambient textures could do with coming up a bit. Yeah, a little bit better mix could be good here. The bass, I'm not really feeling it enough at the moment, but I can hear it's there. Hats are really nice. I like the programming.
Underground.
Really nice. You've got to finish this one off and get it a bit more polished. Yeah, James, wicked, sounds great. But seriously, I think just needs a little bit more development, a bit more work on there. But I think it's really worthwhile. So once again, I'm reiterating this whole thing about blend, guys. There are too many good tunes here. You've got to do something with them. Did I listen to this one already? Gelato. What I really don't want to do is miss out anybody. So I should have been writing people's names down and stuff. So forgive me if I do make a mistake. What I will say is for the competition, the main thing is that I will make sure, I'll get the other admins to check as well, make sure we've got everybody who should be included in the voting process to be included. Love that kick drum and that hi-hat. Got a real kind of warehousey vibe.
Underground music.
See, this is wicked. I'm kind of missing a bass line. Maybe that comes in. I'm not so keen on that little melodic thing that came in there. I think this is another one of those that needs a little bit more attention, but it's definitely worth finishing off. I think that's really cool. Right, what else we got? Raw beats. Yeah, so Frank Zoff. Great hats, great clap, really nice elements here. I'm wondering, you know, because we did have an aborted 003 a long time ago. This may be from that session. I'm trying to see whether there's a date where we can see when this was uploaded. I can't see it. Let me go back on the previous screen. Yeah, I can't see a date uploaded. Anyway, let me just keep listening. We'll need to validate whether this is something that can enter the competition. There's some really good elements there, but sometimes it's kind of disharmonious. There's something almost like clashing musically. I know sometimes you can get away with that with underground stuff, but something almost like maybe take out some of those more melodic elements that feel like they're clashing. Okay, so are we done? Let me just double check on here. Let me just have a listen to this one. No, I remember that from the comments, so I've definitely listened to that. I think we're done. Let me just double check on this one.
Underground music.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I think I've had to listen to those. I wanted to do so on camera just so you guys are aware of what's going on. And, you know, it's not down to me to pick the winner. I feel the group is the best thing for that because we can do so on the poll. And you know, I'll get together with the other admins in the group, and we'll make sure that only those that should be entered will be entered. And remember, the prize is the Fab Filter Pro Q, and also the track to be mastered. But you know, I've got a funny feeling it won't be just kind of one winner, because there's going to be several people here whose tracks are good enough to put out, and hopefully the blend guys will do something about that, so they've got the mechanism. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and if you have any comments, put them down. And if you're not a member of the Underground Music Production Group, I'll put a link down there. You do need to be accepted. We don't let everybody in. And once you are in, no personal promo, don't do anything like that, because we will block you straight away. So yeah, that's it. All right. Speak to you soon.